I get excited every time I see that because look, that's like Club Ramon. But if you were really paying attention to some of the captions there, it said what Ramon actually means. Ramon stands for reborn, rebirth, gift of God, and independence. And I love all of those. And I know I didn't change though my name there on the screen. I am not money magnet. I am Jermaine Johnson, but I do. I attract wealth and goodness and all those types of things. And for those of you that don't know me, good evening on this beautiful Saturday. I'm Jermaine Johnson, and just to give you my short Dun and Bradstreet, in my former life actually, and I make no apologies for what you hear in me because I don't let it's just in me, y'all. But look, because I've been in sales some 35 years around the industry, but prior to that, I was actually one of the top 5 youth pastors in the nation. I've been in Charisma, Christianity Today, Promise Keepers, been on BT, TBN, all those types of things. I come out of the Grand Old Church of God in Christ, ordained elder, come out of the largest church in California, one of the largest at the time, with Bishop Blake there, West Angeles Church. And so it was just a blessing because I've always had a heart for building people, but then I've had a gift for building business. And some of the deacons, I wasn't even old enough, and they started taking me around those old A.L. Williams conventions and Amway conventions, if y'all remember that. And then my great grandmother that I was raised by, she was selling Avon. I didn't know what that stuff was, right? Right. Y'all remember Skin So Soft, right? Left a ring around the tub, but it was good, right? And so I didn't know what I was being exposed to at such a young age. But what I did see is that I saw people that had time freedom and financial freedom because I was only conditioned to work a job. And a job is a job, just over broke. Jobs buy you at wholesale and sell you for retail. You're the profit margin. And so I knew that I was destined for more and I deserved more to be able to have time freedom and financial freedom, or just to live life on your terms, or if it's just to be able to breathe and rid yourself of debt. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So it's because of that, I tell you, I'm going to be transparent. Look, I've done everything. So if you're seeing this call for the first time and you're like, okay, look, I've been there, done that. Well, guess what? Look, let's be friends here. I've done it all. Amway, Primerica, ACN, XL, candle parties, shoe parties, lingerie parties. Pray for me about that one. Y'all forgive me. I've done it all. Cutco, Kirby. I sold a Naja vacuum. Legal plans. I made about $1 million, just under $1 million doing that. And to go from being broke to making $30,000 in a day sometime was just crazy. But then my wife and I, actually about 15 years ago, we got exposed again to the health and wellness industry, but particularly skincare. And when we saw and learned about the skin, and it's the largest pore in the body. And grandmama though used to tell me, boy, you need to wash all the day off of you. I didn't understand it. But then she said that you can take garlic, rub it on the bottom of your foot and taste it in your mouth. I said, what? See, some of y'all gonna try that tonight. No, don't do that. But look, it's so important taking care of your skin. And so when I learned about this, it was like, man. And then I saw that when people find a good regimen, routine, ritual, they keep it. It's kind of like our grandparents when they find their toothpaste or their deodorant, right? Right? It's or their detergent, they use it all their life. And people are looking for something today. So I'm going to ask you up front, you yourself, but who do you know with skin? Who do you know that's trying to look better, turn back time? Exactly. So let me tell you about RIMAN and how we got involved in it. RIMAN is, look, it was established in 2018. And from a business perspective, I love that because I know about startups and their high risk. But this was something that was proven, but new here to the United States. That's key. It had already done 2.5 billion in sales, was rated as the #1 K-beauty brand. If you don't know what K-beauty, Korean beauty, right? Look, K-pop music, K-drama, Netflix, we'll talk about that. Look, it's everywhere. Korean barbecue, right? It's the one culture where it is defined by its initial, K. You know K, the craze is sweeping everywhere. Well, RIMAN had already done 40 million bottles of sales of just one of their creams in South Korea. Do you know South Korea only has 50 million people? That's good. And that's insane. And then we launched in North America in March of 2023. And I said, wow, this is positioning yourself in front of something. Because see, my wealth mentor always said the way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. So what you see on the screen there is our corporate headquarters in Seoul, Korea, but to the right is our brand new corporate office in Irvine, California. They purchased a $14 million building, 33,000 square foot. We told them to lease, and they said, no, we want to show you our commitment to being a legacy company for you and for your children's children. I said, this is insane. And then I heard that they had taken their first year's profit and built a village for us in Jeju Island. I said, a retreat resort already built? Because I've been around these quote unquote opportunities, and they make all these promises to do things like that, and they don't ever do them. And what you see at the bottom is our last convention in Las Vegas. Then we have just launched in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and then just last week or 2 weeks ago, Mexico City launch. And I mean, people, we had to turn people away because today people are looking. One, people are looking for an opportunity, and we'll talk about that. This is our chairman, Chairman Han, and how this all came about is to find a void in the marketplace and fill it. And he looked at his daughter while she was sleeping, and he said, wow, what if I could come up with, because he had already been the #1 product formulator in all of Asia. But he said, what if I could get or help people maintain that youthful glow and glass skin like my daughter has, no matter what their age is? And he went on the search, and that's what brought him to the discovery and to the invention of RIMAN. It's premium skincare and personal care. So what you see on the line or on the screen here is our skincare line, ICD, which stands for Intercellular Dermatology, our Bodalab, which is our hair care and our body care, and then our Lifeline, which is our collagen and our detox. Now, here's what the distinctions are, because I know some of you are like, well, what makes it so different from everything else? Exactly. I asked the same thing, because you can go to Walmart, Target, Costco, right? Or the department store and buy all these things. Well, one thing about the department store, they can't teach you how to do a regimen. See, that's different. But it is about the ingredients, because you can only sell junk one time. Y'all should write that down. So what makes us so different is our Beyond Poo, but not just Beyond Poo, our giant Beyond Poo. Y'all, we created our own plant. Hold on, I'll stop. See, nobody can white label or do what we're doing. This is amazing. See, Beyond Poo is also known as Asiatic pennyworth, tiger grass, or Centella asiatica. And it comes from that when you would see tigers wallowing around in Asia in the grass. Well, they found out that it wasn't just a particular, or that it was a particular type of grass. It was this grass, right? And it had healing principles to heal their cuts and their wounds. So what Chairman Han did said, wait, what if we can take this like quarter-sized plant and grow it larger? He said, well, how can we do that? He went and he knew about lava energy water. Now, under volcanoes, there's water. I don't have time to do a geographical lesson, but pay attention to this, because some of you all are very analytical and you're saying, well, can't you get that anywhere? Well, yeah, you can go to Spain, but it's too sandy. You can go to Hawaii, but it's too deep. You can go to Japan, but it's contaminated. So the only place that you can get this is on Jeju Island, which is a UNESCO heritage site over off of South Korea. It's the Hawaii of South Korea. So guess what? We have a 20-year contract with them, so nobody can do what we're doing. So we took the water, grew the plant, grew it larger, then nanoliposomal technology. So many companies can't even afford to do this. What is that? It's when it takes the product and it breaks it down into its lowest form, its smallest form, and it can go into the lower epidermis of skin, because the majority of products out there, they just mask. They don't go into the lower epidermis. So we just don't say that we do skin care, we do skin repair. But to better show you what we're doing, look here on the screen. This is the actual campus over in Jeju Island. Now, why are we able to do this and to bring luxury skincare at an affordable cost to people? Because we're able to go seed to sale. We own everything. We have our own solar power station. We have our own farms. We have our own Beyond Pool lab. We have our own water center. We have our own wind plant to create the, guys, we have everything right there, and we are continuing to build there. This is the farms on Jeju Island, which some of us on this call are going there in October. You can go with us to Jeju Island, but to better illustrate it, watch this.
Jeju Island, the birthplace of Inselderm, where nature and tradition inspire transformation. Made different, elevated to its full potential. The world's first and only smart farm for Pyeongpool, introducing the first of its kind, Giant Pyeongpool. Infused with Jeju lava energy water, a powerhouse of intense hydration and radiant vitality. Experience the legendary glow and lifting effect of K-Beauty. Experience the difference, a difference you'll love. The all-new Inselderm, RIMAN.
Experience the difference. And that's what I was talking about. That's our RIMAN village, where we are currently building, think about 8 or 9 more villas. Those of you that are a little older, you remember the movie Cocoon, where people would, right, where all the elderly people would go in the water and come out younger. Well, over there in our village, everything has RIMAN products, even in the water and all this stuff. So I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but why not go try it, right? Then this is our flagship line, our ICD skincare, intercellular dermatology, and just Korean skincare. It stands on their principles of cleansing, hydration, and protection. And actually, they believe in double cleansing, double hydration. One of one of the people, Dr. Matlock, on our scientific advisory board, he says that Korean skincare is so amazing because it takes care of your past, your present, and your future. I love that. So this is our line, and this is our full line here, as I will go over a few of these products. Now, I believe that pictures are worth 1,000 words. And so just to show you, because look, when I came here, it was like, look, I asked all the questions. Did it work on everybody, right? All skin types, right? And all ethnicities. And then we began to see people's transformations. This isn't airbrushed or Photoshop. This lady right here, she did not want the products to work. She came to me with an attitude. 14 days later, her skin was just vibrant and glowing. And this lady here, I'm gonna see if I can show you her video.
How old are you? 58? 58? 55. She's 55. And look at her skin. Right? She's been using it for 2.5 years.
Y'all, her skin was flawless. And then that's me over there. Whereas, look, I started to have sagging under the eyes, and I wasn't going to go put poison in my skin. I wasn't doing all this stuff they're doing out there. And this, right, I began to use the products, and I began to see the change. And my wife was like, do you see that? And then my friend in the middle, MJ Kim, she had 4 children. After you have 4 children, after you have 3, even 2, even 1, your body begins to take a turn. Well, this is what started to happen on her skin. She started to use these products, you see it. Look, and then the transformation. Tim Herr, one of my business partners, I knew him then and I know him now. And I'm telling you, this right here is unbelievable. Look, and then these are some of my other business partners. But then, you know, though, men, we got to play with things because we doubt. So look, one of the wives, well, she's a pastor and councilwoman. And she said, okay, you don't think it works? She said, I know where you need it. And she said, pull out your feet. And this is a Viatone stick balm. It has a large percentage of the Beyond Pool in it, where you can use it on your frown lines, expression lines. You can use it under your eyes. Because of our products, you don't even have to use a eye cream, and you can use it on your décolleté as well. But she used it on his feet. And come on, y'all, we're in the summertime. Can we keep it real? All of us know some people during the summer. Well, everybody starts to wear sandals during the summer. Can we keep it real? But all of us have seen some people that do not need to be wearing sandals. Y'all stop talking about people. But look, this is true. Now, this one here is our mask. Now, just for the sake of time, guys, that is our Viaton, or that is that's our mask, and it has, well, some people call it the magic mask, and I was trying to say it correctly because it has 100% New Zealand collagen. And for those of you that understand collagen, guys, there's animal collagen that's good for your bones and your joints. There is marine collagen that is good for your skin, your hair, and your nails. Well, the purest form is over in New Zealand. Our mask has 100% New Zealand collagen. It doesn't get any purer than that. That is the best of the best in the world. Well, that is what you can experience in the mask. Some people are even calling that the natural Botox. I'm serious. It is amazing, the glow lifting effect and the moisturization with that mask. So that right there, and that was my wife and I. As you know, my wife is one of the models and cover girls, but she is one of the top brand partners as well. So we just decided to put our videos up there so you can see that, look, we do it. We are products of the product. Now, what we did just come out with is what I call healthy makeup. We came out with colored mascara, makeup, all the different things. It is amazing because even on your lips, it's healthy. On your face, it's healthy. Guys, I don't use it, but I promise you, my wife does. And all these things, from the luminous glow cushion to the glow up lip oil to the BB cream to the set and stay makeup spray that you can even wear at night. How do I know these things? And then to the velvet matte butter lip tint. Now, I won't wear it, but if my wife is wearing it and it just so happens to get on me because she wearing it, y'all know, yeah, exactly. I don't mind. Look, this stuff, people are screaming about it. Then this is our hair care and our body care. Even our body wash has collagen in it, but our hair care has desert cola, which is known as the miracle of the desert. Governments have used it to clean up oil spills, but it's so pure in the sense that it doesn't harm any of the marine life. It's insane. This is from a commercial that they run in Korea. And anytime they run anything, any commercials in Korea, one is documented. They can't do like we do here in the United States. So this is proven from our Desert Cola Boda Lab product. After 1 week of use of our hair care, guys, 83% scalp trouble level has decreased, 29% of your moisture level has increased, 20% of your strength level in your hair has increased, and after 4 weeks of use, 62% of hair loss has decreased. And again, this is from people where they've had burn patches and cancer patients and all time growing their hair back, people that have had leave-ins and all the different styles and culture and textures of hair before and afters, guys. People are talking about it. And then our lightening product. See, this is our third pillar. And I am a fan of this because usually what's going on your skin is a direct reflection of what's going on in your gut. And see, we don't pay attention to it, especially within my culture, ethnicity. I'll be real about it. We don't pay attention to it until our people get diabetes, and then they start to take care of their skin and their feet and all these types of things. But gut health is so important. And then also, I found out about regularity. See, we don't talk about it, but I found out so many people struggle with being regular. And we should have 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day, and we don't. And this is a natural psyllium husk where it goes into the lower intestine, scrapes the walls, but it isn't intrusive, but it pulls out. And I promise you, all of my wife's friends, if they run out of this is the first thing that they come to our house to get until their order comes in the mail. This lightening, the detox, and then the collagen. This collagen is so amazing because a lot of collagens out there, they have a strange taste or a strange smell. Ours has a blueberry pomegranate flavor, whereas people are taking collagen shots, right? And then so many people have gotten creative. We have restaurants that are now even including them in their beauty drink menu. If you see there, the Fountain of Youth with Don Julio Blanco and collagen. So now I want you to think business terms, think distribution points, because this is not your grandmother's network marketing company. Let me say that up front. I want you to think distribution points. Who do you know that owns a restaurant? Who do you know that's a barber? Who do you know that's a beautician, an esthetician? Who do you know? Who do you know that has a day spa, a med spa? See, maybe you have a busy life, but do you mind making additional income? Look, if you're the only one contributing to your income, you forfeit your right for financial freedom in the United States of America. And if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So I'm just saying, you could be first to market and tell someone about this, and they add it into their brand portfolio. They make their money from it, right? And then you get a commission from when they continue, or their customers are ordering it continually. See, because if you got residual income, you need to get you, or if you have residual bills, you need to get you some residual income. So as far as the product, get back with the person that invited you and say, you know what, hey, you know what, I want to try a couple of those things, right? I want to try the mask. I want to try the Boost Boo, if you see it on my shirt, right? That's the booster serum booster, right? And I know that all of my men say, well, I don't do any of that. Guys, I'm going to tell you, look, the Snow Enzyme Cleanser, I use that to shave with. The Calming Balance Gel that has 24 karat gold flakes in it. I use that as my aftershave. See, I do this every day. 6, 7, 8, 6 minutes, 7 products, 8 steps. 6, 7, 8, invest in your face. 9 and 10, true beauty starts from within. The 9 and the 10 are the collagen and the detox. God, that's it right there. Now, look, Steve Jobs said it best on his deathbed. He said, either learn to make food your medicine, or else one day medicine will be thy food. You better learn to take care of yourself, internal and external. This body, this temple is the only one that will ever have. So this is very important here. Now, for the sake of time, I'm quickly going to abbreviate this. Do you mind if I talk about the money? Right? Now, some of y'all saying, well, no, I don't need any extra money. Okay, look, maybe not you, but look, Scranton University just said that 48% of people are not prepared for a $400 emergency. Can we keep it real? Oh, come on, y'all. Let me talk to you quickly. 64% of people are living paycheck to paycheck right now. 48% of people that are already earning 6 figures a year are still living paycheck to paycheck. The U.S. revolving credit card debt every month that is not getting paid down, it's just current interest, is $7,279.81 per household. That's where we're at today. Guys, people are trying to find a way just to offset some bills, offset the cost of living. And there was a lady I was talking to the other day, and I could hear it in her voice. And I said, you just want to breathe, don't you? And she said, yes. Guys, look, as a business person, I needed to know that this was worth my time. See, wages earn your living, profits earn your fortune. Work full-time on your job, part-time on your fortune. So I began to do my research, and I found out the global K-beauty industry had already done $10 billion in 2019 just here in the United States. It's predicted to be $30 billion. I need you to get that. $30 billion by 2029. Guys, Netflix just said 60% of its users are watching something with Korean content. Shake Shack just added on a Korean-inspired menu. I already told you up front, the K influence is everywhere, and they have mastered skincare. That K glow, that, guys, it used to be Euro and French and France and all of that. Now they're moving all of their R&D over to Korea because this is where it is. And you can be first to market, first to distribute, set up distribution points, and we have this thing so strategically aligned for everybody in the gig economy. If you're on this call, if you just want to be a brand influencer, you understand affiliate marketing, we have that. But then if you're on this call and you understand social selling, social retailing or reselling, we have you. And then if you're on this call where 1, you love yourself, 2, you love people, you like to help people, and you like network marketing, well, guess what? We got that for you as well. Now, we used to live in the day of brick and mortar. Now we live in the day of click and order. 71% of people buy from brands and people they follow online. So look here, now you can actually share this. See, we cut out all the middleman, all of the cost, and now we can pay that to the planners, as we call them here, right? Or to the brand partners. So who do you know? You have your circle of influence. People watch you. They know that you like quality things. Well, then you can share this with them. But then also B2B. See, a lot of these opportunities in the affiliate space, you cannot take them B2B. Now, I'm not saying big brand, big box, but who do you know? Right? Who do you know that's a barber? Who do you know that's an esthetician? Who do you know? You can take this to them and they can carry it in their store. And then also, as I've already indicated, online. Very simple. So with that said, everybody can get started as a customer. At customer, just like at Sephora and everything, or Sephora, however you say it, you get 5% rewards. Now that's fine as a customer, but it just makes sense to be a planner. Why is that? Because you get started as a planner for $20. You can open up your business as a RIMAN planner brand ambassador. Hold on. Did he say $20? Yeah, he did. 20, hold on. $20? $20 just to look here. I need y'all to get it. And that's annual. So just a $20 annual fee so that all of your bookkeeping, all of your accounting, all of your shopping links and carts and all of that, all of your automation, right, is all taken care of for $20. Guys, if I were you, just to have home-based business tax advantages, I would pay the $20, but I'm not trying to give you financial advice. Well, yeah, I am. Look here, I'm telling you, it makes sense. But then to get a 10% rebate off of everything that you order, it really makes sense. At Planner, right, you start to get 10%. Now, once you eclipse about 3,000 S point or sales points, that's about right? That's about a $3,400 in sales, right? It could be on your own purchases or your sales. So at that point, you're going to begin to get 20%. And we have a video that explains all of this. But then senior manager, once you eclipse about $6,600 in sales, you start to get 30%. So here's what happened, right? I had a pastor friend and councilman, and they were like, wait, hold on. I understand business. I understand ROI. So you mean, right, once I sign up, if I sell over 33 or 6,600 and I begin to get that percentage. Well, can I just purchase up to that? I said, yes, you can start off at that. He said, hold on. No, I'm not going to wait for it to organically happen. I understand business. Let me start off at the manager or senior manager position. Now, the next position is team leader. Those are for those people that they like to build people. They like to build teams. They don't mind network marketing because everything networks. It's just the way, if something works, it will network, period. At that point, you begin to get 40%. Once you eclipse 50,000 sales in a 5-month window. But wait, once you hit the manager or senior manager position, see, we're not playing all these games. You never have to requalify for manager or senior manager. Hold on. We don't even have a mandatory monthly auto ship. We don't have any quotas here. I love this. This is beautiful. See, this right here, we've done away with all the bad because people are tired of all the gimmicks and the games. We are trying to build legacy and build something lasting here. See, I wouldn't even be associated with this if I didn't check it all the way out. And this right here is rare. It is a breath of fresh air in the industry of the affiliate space. Then, right, as you retail, but then as you build team, you're going to have open group. Then we just started a new uni-level leadership override. Let me just give you a hypothetical. Let's say you're doing 10 customers a month, 12 months. On average order of 200 BP. Let's say you're getting about 50% of that. That's an extra $12,000 a month. It's just extra. Because you're doing this part-time. You're not doing it full-time. Let's say you're doing about 5 customers a month for 12 months. That's still an extra 6,000 on average. Let's say you don't do anything, that's fine. Everything isn't for everybody and everybody isn't for everything. But let me give you another one for those of you that you understand this industry works if you work it. Let's say that you have, let's see, June, July, August, September, October, November. Let's say that you find 3 people just like you, sharp, and those 3 find 3 because you understand the dynamics of multiplication because addition is too slow. And those 3 find 3. And let's say by about October that you have about 1,000 people in your organization. Can it happen? Oh yeah, it can happen because laws of first movers advantages. You're seeing this. See, because we haven't even hit momentum yet, but the buzz is getting started, especially right now. Going into the summer months, people are trying to find good products for their skin, and people are trying to find ways to offset bills. Let's say they're doing about 1,000 BP, business points, per planner. Guys, that's still in that that's an extra $33,000 a month. Could you use that? Now, we know the 90-10 principle. Let's say they get it 90% wrong. You get it 90% wrong and only get it 10% right. That's still an extra 3,300. But then let's say that you look, they told me you stick and stay, you get your pay. And all you look, 80% of your success is in just showing up. Guys, I just kept showing up. And let's just say that that happens and they double the rate. That's still an extra 66,000. We have people doing this part-time and making that type of income right now. Guys, I've been in this industry for 35 years. We have never done as much as we're doing right now, and we're just getting started. I'm telling you, it's such a blessing. Then, as you help others, leadership match bonus. Guys, these are the starter kits that you can do. I apologize because the wrong presentation wouldn't, or the right presentation would not open up with the new starter kits. So get back with the person that invited you. They can show you right which kit to get started with. I will go back and at least show you here. Guys, look, this is the one for people that you want to say, look, I want all of the products, but then you know what? I want to go senior manager. You can get 4 of these kits, the starter kit premium, guys. And then at that point, let's say that, look, you don't want to do that, but you do want to get something or enough of something just to, just kind of sample a little bit of everything. It's a starter kit plus, but we have some brand new kits as well. And then we have just the starter X line, just to put your toe in the water, right? So get back with the person that invited you. We have all types of new things going on here, all types of presentations that you can plug into. Tuesday, we have Product University. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's events. Look, you don't have to you don't have to talk the way I do or and all that stuff. Like all you got to do is put people in front of the information and we will help you launch your business. See, on Tuesdays, we do the same presentation. Even tonight, we'll be doing this presentation in Mandarin. And then also that we're going to be doing an orientation to help you launch your business, guys. And then on Thursday, there's a presentation. So there's all types of things going on. And I apologize again because this is the wrong presentation here. But look, I just want to show you that for those of you that are on here and you said, well, look, I just want to have fun. Well, guess what? We're going to Vegas again, as you just saw there from the video. So this is a best time for you to get started, launch your business so you can walk across that stage. If you want to be a team leader, you can do that. If you want to go to Jeju Island as a director, a brand new director in the company, you can do that. Now, why is this such a pivotal time and a great time? Because, guys, even Forbes magazine says the best time to get started with a company is right in the middle of global expansion. We just opened up 3 new countries within the past month. Our goal is to open 50 new countries over the next 5 years. And are we doing it? Oh, man. Yeah, watch what's about to happen in Latin America. Watch what's about to happen over in countries like Europe and other places. I can't tell you, but I'm just telling you. Guys, position yourself. Who do you know over there? Who do you know there? Guys, now, I was on a call with Robert Kiyosaki and he said it best. He said, he said, a lot of you in Western society, you fail to reach your full potential. One, because you fail to operate in the collaborative efforts. But then two, as he wrote in his book, Cash Flow Quadrant, is that too many people, they live their entire life on the wrong side of the quadrant. They live their life as an employee or self-employed, and that's where 95% of people are and 5% of the wealth is. It's time for you to get to the other side of the quadrant. That's where you become a business owner and you leverage that so you can become an investor. See so many people, they work their entire life on a pension and they never get to walk in their passion. See, I told you up front that you can either work yourself to life or work yourself to death. And if your name isn't on the building, you're probably building someone else's dreams. They say it's a sad thing here in America. One mother can raise 4 children a day, but 4 children cannot retire with one mother. You go to the Walmart, you see our grandparents still working. You go to the airport, you see I'm still working. Guys, look, it's time for you to get to the right side of the quadrant. It's time for you to be the example for your family's family. Guys, every 11 seconds right now today, someone somewhere is joining an affiliate marketing program. I think the young people on Instagram, they call it hashtag side hustle. Yeah, People are looking for a side hustle in today's economy. But just to really solidify, let me show you one last thing.
Our New Year's series is looking at different areas of your life that you could use a reset. This morning, we're talking about skincare. If you've spent any time on social media, you probably know that skincare routines have become very popular in the last few years. In fact, the global skincare industry is projected to be worth more than $260 billion by 2027. I believe this, and that's according to one estimate. Dr. Rachel Nazarian is a board-certified dermatologist. She is here with tips on optimizing your skincare routines for 2025. Doctor, good morning. Our New Year's series is looking
global 260 billion by 2027. Guys, it's the last slide here. And what I love about this slide, because you also get to see who our partners are. The lady right there and the gentleman up there. We actually partnered with Pentagram, and Pentagram is one of New York's the leading the marketing firms there. These are the ones that they market and brand Louboutin, Lululemon, and then with their perfumes from Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all those types of things. Well, they are the ones that are doing our brand marketing and all the way from our packaging and everything. So we have aligned ourselves with the best of the best so that we can be the premier luxury of the K-beauty industry. And an industry itself, global K-beauty, 260 billion by 2027. Look at that. Our only question is how much of that will flow into your household? How much of that will you get? Guys, look, they tell me 52% of people live in present fear or past regret. I'm going to say it again. 52% of people live in present fear or past regret. Look, I pray that I said something during this time that got you over the fear. Now, what I don't want is for you to be in 2 years from now, or even a year from now, or even 6 months, where your neighbor is inviting you over, or your family's inviting you over to their house for a RIMAN K pop-up, a sip and sample, a go and glow event. And you go in there and you see RIMAN and you say, oh man, I heard about that. I passed up on it. Guys, they told me when opportunity comes to knock at your door, please don't have to run back and get your coat. I don't want you to be in that percentage of regret where you have the regret that you didn't take a chance at the opportunity. Guys, look, you are seeing this at the right place at the right time. Get back with the person that invited you and say, you know what? Look, I've been praying for an opportunity. I've been praying for something. I just didn't think it was going to come packaged like this. Guys, get back with the person that invited you. Get started as a planner. Get you some product. Take your before picture, then take your after picture. And then at that point, you just share it. Share it with other people. We are helping people find their light from the inside out. And we're doing it in this way. I love you to life. I don't love anybody to death. I love you to life, but I want you to live your dreams. I want you to live it out loud, and I want you to live it on your terms. Get back with the person that invited you. And on behalf of everybody in the RIMAN community, welcome. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. I look forward to seeing you all in Las Vegas in September. Y'all be blessed. Bye-bye. Bye. Go. Bye. I love y'all. Bye.